This is DJB. Welcome to Photo Critic TV, everybody. What is this? What are we doing here, Lauren? Photography website consultation. That's what we're doing. Sorry, it just slipped my mind for a second there. This is the photography website consultation number 2 with Lauren. How's it going, Lauren?
Hi, good.
So what I do with these website consultations is I have never met Lauren before. Actually, Lauren, how did you find out about Photo Critic TV?
Actually through Facebook, a friend of mine sent in a photo and got critiqued, so she said...
Who was
"Oh,
that?
check it out." Kimberly Ashby.
Kimberly, okay. Name rings a bell, but I can't remember which photograph she submitted. We don't actually get that many photographs, you'd be surprised, so...
They did, actually, she was the subject.
Oh, she was the subject?
Yeah, I think she might have sent it in, or her partner did.
Okay.
It was one there was like a ribbon and she was going around in circles.
Oh, yeah, she was on like a roundabout?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember that one. Yep, I know, and it was a guy I think who actually sent that in, but... Yeah, okay, cool. So you are in Mildura, which is just outside of Melbourne, by how long? How long did it take to drive there?
7 long hours.
7 long hours. That is a long time, actually. And I notice you've got a New Zealand accent. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Good, I'm not just hearing things. So, and how long have you been doing photography, or how long have you been trying to get business in photography for?
So I started July this year. So.
Oh, okay. So you're fresh at it. And what sort of camera are you using?
I'm using the 400D Canon EOS.
Yep.
I've also got the 1000D, but I don't use it as much.
Okay, because is that just your backup camera, is it? The 1000? Yep. Okay, cool. And what was I going to say? Lenses? What lenses do you have?
Just the ones that come with it, so...
The kit lenses?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like the 18 to 55 and then 55 to 200 or something?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, no worries. Alright, so I'll get you just to bring up your website. I'm on the homepage, so the first one that everybody sees.
Yeah.
So what I'll start with is, I always ask people, what exactly do you want to do with your photography? So do you want to photograph, by the looks of it, families, children, newborns, and you've got animals there as well.
Yeah.
You're pretty much, I guess, like a family photographer.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's cool. The first thing I'll say about your website is, I like the colour scheme you've got going on there, these kind of earthly different shades of green and the brown kind of navigation bar at the top. Really cool, works well. I like the fact that there's a slideshow that hits the viewer straight away with some of your best photographs. Good again. A few questions. How come there's a photograph of a flower just up the top there on the right of Purely Taken?
I'm not sure. I think I wanted to be like nature type thing, like the name Purely.
Okay.
I wanted that to sort of come out of it.
So that is, I guess, part of your logo. You're trying to incorporate that into your logo as opposed to demonstrating your skills in photography. Yep. Okay, cool. Because what I would actually do is, to me, it's not clear that that's like part of your logo, and it just looks like you're kind of showing a photo you've taken of some flowers. So I would either take that down and just have Purely Taken photography and leave the text as your logo, because also having a look at the slideshow that's going on, you've also kind of got like a little dragonfly there, which I thought was part of your logo as well. So let's try and like get a bit of consistent branding going on, I guess.
Yep.
So if that dragon is, what's the deal with the dragonfly? Is that part of your logo?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay.
It's I just made it on the watermarks just because I like dragonflies.
Okay, cool. Well, that's all right. That's fine. You can, if you want to incorporate that in your logo, that's cool. But
yeah,
definitely try and keep it consistent. What I do is actually remove that photograph of the flower and maybe just put one photograph that you're really fond of, like your favourite one, and also something that's relevant to what service you're offering to people. So if you have like a favourite newborn or whatever, just put that up there, or remove it all together and just have purely taken photography and centre align it. So that's the first thing. The kind of the alignment of the text, I found, generally speaking, on your website's kind of all over the shop. Like you're using, I'll just explain to everybody. Lauren is using Weebly, which is, I don't actually know too much about it, but it's some kind of online web designing application, I guess you can call it. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And that's fine. No worries, because it's totally free. But I guess I don't know how to kind of customize that and what you're limited with when it comes to customization. So I'm just going to kind of go ahead and tell you what I think you should do. I don't know if it's actually possible with Weebly. The first thing is, this kind of Facebook badge that you've got here.
Yeah.
I'm just going to click on that now. Okay, so that actually goes to your personal Facebook page, or is that your...
I think when I set it up, I sent it to go to my purely taken photography page.
Okay.
What should you be doing?
I'm just trying it now. More photos, friends, subscriptions. It looks like if I click on add as a friend. Okay, it actually looks like a personal page because I've got the add as a friend button. So I'm not sure about that.
Yeah. No.
There's a difference with Facebook pages. You got obviously your own page, which is your name, and then you can actually create a page for your business. So if you haven't, have you done that?
Yes.
Okay, so try and link that to, rather than going to your personal page, try and link that to purely taken. Yeah. Let's go back to that. Also, it's actually not obvious that that's really kind of a link to your Facebook page, because it's got this kind of create your badge, make your own badge thing. Just try and get rid of that altogether, and put the link to your Facebook page up the top with the rest of the navigation. So you've got home, blog, newborns, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Put Facebook up there because it's kind of a bit of an odd place to put it.
Yeah.
The slide you've got there is fine. Let me just scroll down. So, and the About Me section, you know what I do here? You actually have this information section at the top right. Yeah. So this is like a whole lot of, this is like your contact details, and it's like FAQ, I guess, as well, isn't it? Like, what should I do on the shoot? I think you need to create a new section called About and rename this information section to Contact, because people always want to see a contact section.
Yep.
So change that to Contact and just leave your contact information in there. And as far as this FAQ stuff, I am wondering if you really need this on the website. I'm actually thinking, because when a client comes to you and says, look, hey Lauren, I want to get a photograph of my family done, you can go, yep, the price is this, and here's some information. You can just send that off as like a generic kind of, this is the information sheet. So rather than kind of putting all this info straight up and available to everybody, keep that, this sounds a bit rude, keep it to yourself, but no, you know what I mean? But just kind of, I'd take that off the website. Also, with prices, I've always in kind of two minds about actually displaying your price on the website, and at the moment I wouldn't do it. So just say contact me for a quote, and leave it at that. So, and all that pricing stuff, put that in the About section rather than the Contact section. Yeah? Okay, so I'll just go back. I'm going back to the home page now. Now, let me just scroll. Oh, what's happening? What? Oh. Oh, there we go. It's working. Just a bit of a delay there. Okay. So, about me, get that out of there, put that in the about section. You've got a Google ad here, is that right? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Definitely remove that straight away, and the track counter, because Google ads, they just, I would guess that you're making absolutely $0 from that ad.
Yeah.
Right now, like, I mean, they're really hard to make money from.
Yeah.
So just remove it, because it cheapens your whole website.
Yeah.
Google ads, definitely. So remove that, and remove that track counter, because that's actually, because it's such a low number, that's like negative social proof.
Yeah.
So only display something like that if you're getting 100,000. If that track counter is like hits, then you want that number to be high. So just get rid. I don't even have that on my website. It's pretty old school, I think, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's that. Did I have anything else for this page? Let me just have a look at my notes. Sweet. No, okay. Now, blog. I'm going to click on the blog section. Fine, nothing wrong. There's nothing really I can think of improving on here. You've only got one entry, so that's fine. I like the fact you've got little tweet and Facebook like buttons there. Cool. Nice photographs as well, just demonstrating what you do. But also on the right there under categories, you've got this RSS feed and then a number. So that's the number of people subscribing to you. Yeah. Remove that as well.
Yeah.
But definitely, if you want people to be able to subscribe, leave that an option for them.
Yeah.
But just remove the number.
Okay.
If you can, yeah. But I like the way you're writing. It's really casual. And even author, okay, so I'm pretty new at this whole blog thing. That's cool. That's really nice. That's like a chatty way of talking, because they say that your blog is supposed to be like the voice behind your business, which is great. And it's good to have a photograph of yourself there as well, so people know what you look like. Definitely good idea. I'm going to go to the newborn section. So I was thinking for these four sections that you've got here: newborns, children, family, and maternity. Actually, I didn't look at the maternity ones. Hang on a sec, I'm just going there now. Okay. I think we actually need to condense this section a little bit, because some of them, like the newborn section, there's not a lot of photographs. There's 6, 7, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8 photographs. Children, let's have a look. A few more, maybe got about 15, 16, yeah. And family. So what we need to do is, I think, I don't know if this is possible in Weebly. Can you create a drop-down menu on the top here? So that, okay, what I do is leave it in, the order you've got is great as well. I didn't mention this before, but home and then blog, cool. Because people want to see the blog. I'd also put the about section before the blog, so between home and blog. The next section, put that as portraiture, and then have a drop down that has newborns, children, family, maternity. Okay, so that we can simplify this top menu a little bit.
I actually had that before, but when I first asked people to go on there, they didn't really know how to navigate through the drop-down thing. That's why I changed it back.
Okay. It wasn't obvious that it was an actual drop-down menu?
It's really not obvious.
Okay, so it's just a crap part of Weebly then, do you reckon? Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, if that's the case, I think it just needs to be simplified, but I'm not sure how to simplify it, because some of the sections are quite empty. I think as like a general rule of thumb, we want to only create a separate section for something that we actually have like a substantial body of work for. Yes. So some of these newborns, you don't have a lot. Children's fine. Family, there's even less, there's 5. Maternity, how many do you have in there? Probably 8, 9 again. And animals, there's not very many there either. But I think definitely, you could probably even, animals and family, you could probably combine them and remove some of these photographs that looks like you've taken at the zoo or something like that.
Yeah.
because they're not really obviously part of a family. I don't know many people with a giraffe, but and also in particular, I'm looking at that giraffe photograph now. I don't think this is the greatest photograph because straight away I can see it looks like there's a pole growing out of the giraffe's head.
Yeah.
So I'd probably remove that one anyway. But you got some nice ones like the husky there. I assume that's a husky. And then the little meerkat thing, I'd probably remove that too. So anything you've taken at the zoo, just take it out. Although they're nice photographs, you really got to narrow down to what you're focusing on, yeah? Also, while I'm here, see how it's got home and then Sunraysia your photographer in brackets?
Yes.
Can you remove that and just leave it as home?
Yes.
So I think there you're trying to kind of get some SEO stuff going on, yeah? So you want to rank for that keyword. And that's fine, but you don't need to actually make it visible there. Do that in your blog.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Let me see, blog's fine, newborns. So, I'm just going to go through just a few of, I'm just clicking through a few of your photographs now. Cool. No worries there. Do you use a flash?
I used to when I wasn't doing it professionally.
Okay.
A lot, but I've learned to not because it
Cool.
just looks crap.
It looks crap, yeah, most of the time, unless you really know how to use it properly and you've got all the equipment for it. So these photographs, let's have a look at the newborn section. Were they taken with a flash or with just ambient light?
Some of them would have been.
Okay.
First two would have been.
Yep. Okay, that's all right.
But the rest wouldn't have been.
So I was going to say... Actually, let me just hold what I was going to say for a second. I'm just going to go to children. And families, just have a quick look. Just make sure what I'm saying is actually an accurate reflection of your work. Yeah. I think a lot of your photographs, they're actually kind of overlit in some ways. Like, you've got a... shadow is often as important as light. So a lot of your photographs, they're very well, like they're too well lit, I think. So try and get a bit more, if you're using ambient light, place your subject near a nice window. So you've got a window on the right, you've got some nice ambient light coming in, and then you've got like the darker side of the room on the left. That just kind of adds some realism to it, I think. And definitely stay away from the flash. Just because if you don't know how to use it, like I only have one in my bag and I use it in emergencies only. I never use one. So, yeah, think about that. Overlighting.
Yeah.
In your children's section, the first photograph I see, this particular one to me looks very kind of happy, snappy like. It just looks like you've got a front-on flash like mounted on top of the camera and you just kind of go bang, automatic flash, automatic everything, and just kind of snapped him. So that photograph and the other one of the same kid, like 3 shots down, I'd probably remove both of those two. Because it's inconsistent with your other work, which is good, which is all natural light. The girl with the bubble, great. And the little kid with the hat on, all good. I'm just going through the rest of them. And there's another one here, the kid with the Crayolas in front of him.
Yeah.
That one looks like it's got that same kind of point and shoot flash kind of thing happening. But you've got some really nice work in here, I think. Let's just go to the end. So you've also got the same photograph in there twice, did you know?
Yeah, I just realised that.
Yeah. You probably want to remove that. Okay. What have I got? Children. Where am I at? Let's go to family and just have a quick look. So this is a section that's probably the most bare that you have there. Not bad. Leave it there, but you just want to try and bulk up the body of work there a little bit.
Yeah.
And the first one you've got there, was that taken in some kind of studio?
No, just a homemade one.
Yeah, that's good. It looks good. It looks like a studio. Another thing that's just kind of struck me, I'm not a big fan of placing text over the actual photograph because I want to actually see the photograph. Yep. You know what you can do? I don't know if you've seen any of mine on my blog, but just go to dgbworldphotography.com/blog whenever you want. I have made like a little white frame and then put DGB World Photography outside of the photograph.
Yeah.
So I'd probably do the same thing here because it takes away from the photo.
Yeah.
And also, this purple colour that you've chosen, it doesn't seem to go with the rest of the colour on the website. Like, you've got these nice green and brown earthy tones. So either change those tones to suit the purple or change the purple to suit the website. I think that's about it, Lauren. I can't think of too much else. Let me just check my notes again quickly. What else have I got? Yeah. I think that is a cracking good start, Lauren. How did you find Weebly?
I think I just might have Googled free
Googled it?
website.
Nice. So you were saying... Oh, here you go. Facebook.com purely taken photography. I'm going to go there right now. Just... Oh, what happened? Hang on. Let's just go on to Facebook.com. Go back, Safari. Okay, it doesn't seem to find it for some reason. Just goes to Facebook.com. Maybe there's like a spelling error or something in there. Purely taken photography. I don't know, maybe just check that link. Yeah, just check that all out. Actually, just one thing while I'm here. I'm on the information page. Your text alignment, it's weird. It's all center aligned, but yet you've got like the first part, general information. You've got years to and then come on the last line, and then you definitely want to. Do you know what justify aligning means? So just kind of keep each paragraph exactly spaced. Think about that.
Yeah.
And also your font. What font have you chosen there? Is that just like Arial or something, or Verdana?
So yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you have the option to change the letter spacing?
No.
Okay, because that's something. Because what this looks very much like stock standard font alignment and stuff like that. So I know if you're using something like WordPress, then you can make it look a lot nicer and space out the lines, space out the letter width, so that it just looks it's a lot easier to read.
Yeah.
And also purely taken. Yeah, just make sure there's a consistency in fonts. So what I suggest you do, if you're happy using Weebly, stay with it. Do they actually have an option to upgrade or anything like that, or is it?
Yeah, they do.
They do?
Yeah.
I'm just having a look at your blog, because what we want to do is, do you know much about SEO, search engine optimization?
Only a tiny bit.
A tiny bit? Okay. That's okay. I'll just explain to everybody. SEO is basically how we get found in Google. So it stands for search engine optimization. We need to optimize our website so that we can be found in Google. So right now, actually, Lauren, I'm just on your blog and I've just clicked on the first entry, My Travels. And if you have a look at the URL at the top there, you've got purelytakenphotography.weebly.com. So the first thing is, if you have purelytakenphotography.weebly.com versus purelytakenphotography.com, instantly you're going to have more Google juice. Okay, so you're going to be more visible in Google without the .weebly there. So that's the first thing. Also, and then you've got this /1/post/2011/11 My Travels. That's just kind of a date thing. There is, I don't know about Weebly, but in WordPress there are some settings where you can change that. So it's not the date, but it's something more useful. So it's something like Sunraysia photographer, January 2011, whatever, / Mildura photographer, child photography, or whatever. So the naming in that URL also helps with your SEO. So see if you can customize that in the settings in Weebly. But so what I suggest you do is, I don't know how far in and how much time you invested in making this Weebly website, but you can create a WordPress website with your own domain, because you've already got purelytakenphotography.com. All you need is a web host, so that's someone to store your website. I recommend to people that we use HostGator, but there's plenty of them out there. So that means that you can have purelytakenphotography.com and then / whatever you want. So it's not going to be part of Weebly.
Yeah.
With WordPress, there's a whole lot of completely free themes that you can use. You can just go free photography themes for WordPress in Google, bang, search, and you're going to find a heap of them. You can just apply these templates and then you can customize it from there. Some of them are really nice. So what I'd probably suggest is you actually do that, because that way you're going to hit the ground running properly, and it's an excellent base to start with.
Yeah.
Whereas here, you're going to kind of build up all this SEO under the .weebly.com thing, and then eventually you're going to want to get off this Weebly, and you will have lost all that SEO. So if you start with WordPress, then you're starting well. Get a good grounding, I guess. Yeah. Okay, you got any questions?
I don't think so.
Okay. Cool. Well, you've got my email address, so anytime you got a problem, just send me an email. I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. And yeah, thank you very much for doing the PWC, Photography Website what is it again? Photography Website Consultation. That's it from me. I'll catch you next time, everybody.